even remember how many I'm allowed to have prepared anymore, because I hardly use enough of them to matter. So I've just been kind of like picking the occasional spell during an encounter and just going with the fact that, oh, I had that prepared then.
Hey, we are live, guys.
Hey, there we are.
There's no map.
Not yet.
Live, we're back.
We're back. My bro is back.
Alright. Let me fix an overlay here that's being stupid.
Your face is being stupid.
The DM will remember that.
I already have disadvantage on their arm wrestle. I'm not. Talamh breaks Ridire's arm.
Alright. I think we're good to go. We've got Syrinscape up and running, so thank you for that, Syrinscape. And huge shout out to Adam Wiesner, who did the music that we're listening to tonight. This is awesome. So I am going to pause it for the time being so I can do an intro and then we'll jump into it. So, where we left off, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
Yeah. The party has been traveling the countryside of Ridire to ultimately to get to the city of Gorkill, which is located here. Seems to be the next kind of hub of some places that they want to check out, some events happening, and there's just a lot of places around Gorkill that the party is trying to get to. So they have been traveling now for the last 8 or 9 days. And they finally have reached the city of Tumunzan. And small village, very minimal. There's a general store. There is a blacksmith. There is a tavern. And where we left off, the party had gone into the tavern known as the Daring Lodge. And renting a room for the night, they decided to try their hand. Talamh challenged Ridire to a game of arm wrestling. And as soon as they sat down, a group of people just started to kind of swarm around them, starting to bet. And it became very clear that this is a tavern that specializes in betting games, games of chance, games of skill. And so that's where we left off, and we're going to jump right into it.
Ooh, look at this. This is cool.
So, we're going to get a creature. I think we'll do the Myling for today, because she didn't get a lot of play last session.
Oh, I see. It's gonna go back and forth depending on
So, Talamh, you are the challenger, so you are player 1. Ridire, you have been challenged, so you will be player 2. This is a very easy game of chance, or not chance, of skill. I'm going to need a strength roll. Adding in your strength modifier to the roll. So just a straight strength roll for each of you.
Alright, Talamh did the improve ability spell, right? So she gets advantage, and I have disadvantage for some reason. I made a note for it. I don't remember why.
You've been carrying the chair for a long time.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Disadvantage because of the chair. Okay.
8 days carrying a chair across the
And I
countryside.
got an 11.
11. So, I'm going to move it towards Talav's side. 1.
So if it goes towards my side, that's good.
Yes, you want the myling to reach you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
At this point, the people just start hooping and hollering. There's, lots of boisterous people laying down more and more money. Oliver, at any point, you can lay down money for this if you would like.
No, I'll stay out of it.
I'm assuming I have
not that
disadvantage
one.
on every roll for this.
No, we're gonna give it to just this one. I said the next roll, so
Oh, okay.
I didn't give you a level of exhaustion. I gave you disadvantage.
Okay.
I was hoping it would come into play in some kind of battle.
Yeah.
I'm not doing strength saving throws because I'm.
But her advantage remains though because of the spell lasts for like a minute or something, doesn't it? So, or for an hour. Yeah.
Good lord.
So good. Cool.
All right. There we go. This is more
Strength again?
appropriate. Yep. Another roll, please.
I got an 11 again.
Oh, a 9.
Oh no!
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Back into the middle it goes. Both the players are
Maybe-
straining.
You may be strong, child, but I have experience.
All right, let's do it again.
Do it again. That's a
Another. Oh, wow. 4 versus 11. It goes back. Oliver, looking around, the cheering is going on. There's quite a few looks of, I think I might be stronger than these two. But the crowd is still into the betting, into the gambling, so. Alright, let's do it again.
the fact that it hasn't been just a complete just in either direction makes them more excited by it.
Yes. Alright, Talam's got a 16 that time.
That's an 11.
Ridire is incredibly consistent,
Lots of 11s.
but that is going to go to Talamh.
You ever heard the story of the very night old man?
All right.
Armor can withstand the avalanche.
One more time. Let's do it. This might be game. Ridire is
Oh no, she gets a nat 20 because advantage.
That
So the only way I
split.
can win is with another nat 20 then, I would assume, right?
Yep. You have a +2 to
Alright.
strength, so 20 will win.
Nope.
Well, Talamh, you watch as the cocky little smile creeps across Talamh's face, and as you grab Ridire's hand, Ridire just notices the skin starting to kind of gray a little bit. And then with a push of strength that Talamh doesn't usually show, BAM! The hand hits the table. Boom. Talamh is victorious.
Oh, that was... Ow.
Come to the future with that.
They must call you the carriage driver, because you take everyone to school.
Oh,
Oh boy, that's a thing. That happened.
I wouldn't know. I've never been.
So,
Okay.
at this, the crowd erupts. a couple of people shake your hand. Talamh, Ridire, you get a couple of pats on the back, and you'll get her next time. Don't worry about it.
It's okay. She's younger. She's got a lot more energy than I do.
Don't they always?
Link it in.
Couple of the people that bet on you, Talamh, because, big guy in, fancy armor versus the blind girl that travels with him. So definitely odds in Ridire's favor, and so a couple of the people that bet on the underdog walk by, hand you a couple of gold coins for their wins. So you get
made a lot of money off of that, though.
Yep. So you get 3 gold. Talamh.
Nice.
My eternal gratitude.
That's going to be the difference between having a meal tonight or not. Cough, cough.
All depends on how much a meal costs.
I guess fair enough.
Not
700 gold.
Not that much.
Well, I could swing that.
Oh my god, you have that much? Holy
I could
crap.
also- I
Do
could
you
also
want to know
do
how
that.
much gold I actually have right now?
Yes, actually, I kind of need to know that.
And this does not include my 124 platinum, by the way. I have 1,171 gold.
Jeez.
I have
1,000
505.
what?
1,171 gold.
I have 105 platinum and 557 gold. So
You want to know
not as
how,
impressive, but we're still both
Wait,
like.
no.
you want to know how much gold I have?
No,
157
wait,
gold.
157 gold for
That's what
Ridire?
I have. Yeah.
And how much, Oliver?
I have 557 gold and 105 platinum.
To be fair, I just had 400 show up.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, when you break your own economy as a DM.
but here's the thing, right? Talamh, I feel like Talamh just wants to hoard gold like a dragon. It's like,
Oh,
what do you
yeah.
want with all- it's like, what do you want with all that gold? It's just, what good is a big pile of money? I have a big pile of money. That's what I want.
Dive in it like Scrooge McDuck.
I was just gonna say. Alright, at this point in the evening, the people in the bar are sitting down at various tables. There's some arm wrestling. There are some cards being played, just straight poker. There is another table that is open with a dealer sitting at the head of it. And there's a little sign next to the dealer that says Better's Dice. Otherwise, the night is yours. You are free. You have a room for the evening.
I want to ask the innkeeper if he knows if there's anyone that might be selling like a horse and cart, or even just a cart.
Ah, a horse and cart. I have no idea what voice I did 2 weeks ago, so this will change. I'm not Mercer. Get over it. Yeah. You want to talk to Adelaide? Nope, not Adelaide. Adelaide can get you a horse set up if you need one. Make sure the horseshoes are all good and prepared. She's our blacksmith. But no, you need to talk to Halsanther. She's our she runs the Sow and Wand.
Oh, the general store.
Yep, she kind of has pretty much everything you need.
Okay, yes, I'll check that out in the morning as it's getting somewhat late.
Yeah, if you stick around for a while, you might run into her here, but she She tends not to like to talk shop while she's playing the games, you know?
I will hang out and observe for a little while.
Okay. While you're observing, what are the rest of you doing?
I'd like to play Better's Dice. I'm assuming that they've told me what the signs say, because otherwise I won't know.
Yes, they have. Alright, you're gonna play Better's Dice. Oliver, what are you up to?
I'm smart enough to reasonably... Well, I want to do it... Can I inside check some of the, like, dealers around?
Yeah.
I don't know how upstanding this place is.
Absolutely. So, Ridire, roll a perception check.
It's only an 8.
I should also specify that I do know thieves can't, so if there's any thieves messages around here,
Okay.
I potentially would be able to notice them. I only got an 11.
Another 11. What is... Dude, seriously?
Slightly above average, alright? Comforting mediocrity.
Better's Dice. Now, it's been 2 weeks, so I'm going to have to pull up my notes here and remember the rules of Better's Dice.
Is it just Liar's Dice?
No. It's slightly different because the rules for Liar's Dice is, weird.
Liar's Dice is easy.
For some people, legitimately, it frustrates me.
I don't know how to play Liar's Dice.
You're
Actually,
just
I'm gonna try to play it.
you're making a claim for how many of a certain number there is on the whole board, not just what you have.
Oh.
Anytime you make one, you have to go equal to or higher in quantity from the person that said before you, or challenge them. And anyone can challenge anyone, I think, at any time. And then if you challenge them and they're, however you decide to bet with money and stuff can vary. But if you challenge them and they were wrong, the way I play it with friends and stuff, you just lose a dice. And then when you're out of dice, you're out of the game. And if they were right, then you lose a dice. But otherwise, it would be whatever the wager is.
Okay.
But yeah.
Alright, so
this is a little different.
With an 11 perception check, there is... You can tell that, like... And Oliver, this kind of goes for you too. The dealers all look to be in the same garb as everyone else around. And you get the sense that everything here is pretty much on the up and up. That the dealers are just people that want to play and have fun for the night, aren't really interested in betting, and so they might be playing the next night or the next hand, and they'll switch out. This town is just kind of obsessed with gambling.
It's a little bit more free form. It's not like he just kind of provides the locale for people to play at.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is very different from like a high-end Byfeld betting establishment. This is, for the most part, very community driven.
Cool.
So, all right, Talamh, you sit down at the table, and there are 2 other people plus the dealer sitting at this table with you, and so right now we will say come on. Just gonna do that thing where it's stupid, huh? Actually, you know what? I got something better than this.
Put my sprite on the map. Yeah.
Alright, so Talamh, you're there. And then... do I have one for just a generic person? We'll use a guard. There we go.
Generic.
Alright, so they're at the table with you. And the rules are explained as this. The dealer is going to draw a card, quote unquote. And there are special cards that go 1 through 20 in their deck. And then you're going to be given a stack of cards, and you're going to bet that you can flip a card and have it as close to the dealer's card as possible. So it's okay to go over as long as you are the closest to the dealer.
It's like blackjack.
It's a lot like blackjack, except you can go over. And so, the ante for this table is 1 gold.
Alright. 1 gold it is.
Alright, so... at the moment, there is a whopping 3 gold on the table. Alright, and then the dealer is going to roll. And got a 16.
Oh, do I roll now?
Now you roll.
A waste of a 20.
I should be doing these in secret, so you don't know. Oh wait, no, they're just laying these out. So,
Yeah. The first guard won?
nope,
That's 3 away from 16?
nope, because now you can choose to stay in, or you can choose to bet again. Or you can withdraw. You can stay, or you can withdraw. Or you can get a second dice to roll.
Try to get closer?
Yep. And you can choose which dice you use. So,
Well,
this guy's going to stay. This guy's going to put in another gold.
I'll put in another gold too.
Alright. So go ahead and roll. Oh, man. Wow. That's impressive.
20 all the way down to 1. Wait, so I could... Well, I guess... Can I go again?
Yeah, if you want to keep betting.
It's just gold after all.
This guy's walking away. He is out. Alright, go for it. Roll again.
I'm
And with that, this guy is going to take the pot.
The 3 gold that I got for free.
Yep. So, this is the kind of game that would be really fun in person with everybody at the table rolling for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Talamh, are you going to spend a little bit of time gambling, or are you going to call it there?
Talamh is going to kind of hang out and observe people, see what, suss out what I can feel around here. Just
okay. You can roll a perception check or an insight check if you're trying to glean something specific.
Insight nearly as much as perception. Let's do insight.
Alright, what are you trying to gather?
Just kind of the general demeanor of everybody in here. Like, is there anybody who's like less than savory or stuff like that?
Okay. For the most part, these are just good, hardworking people. There is one woman that you notice at the tables who is having a run of bad luck. Because every hand that she plays is a losing hand, and you can sense her getting more and more agitated. And this is a large elf. Fairly young for an elf, but very tall, muscular. Got her blonde hair pulled back in a ponytail. And as the night is going on, as a half hour goes by, people are having a good time, drinks are flowing, and you can just hear her at the table just, if I lose one more hand tonight, this entire table is getting taken out back, and I'll show you what it feels like to lose.
Okay. Well, calm yourself. Down there, miss. You don't even have to play.
Oh, look, everybody. The little girl is giving me advice on how to behave. Watch yourself, Tiny.
When I see this confrontation starting, I'm just gonna walk up and I'm gonna say, no, there's no call for that. She's just trying to be polite and helpful.
She can be polite and helpful by giving me 10 gold and getting the hell out of my face.
I see.
What's so rude about it?
Oh, I'm sorry. After a long day, my manners seem to have gone to someone who cares.
I'm gonna get in really close to her. I'm gonna take my helmet off. I've probably had my helmet off for most of this time, and I'm just gonna say, "It's okay. It's not your fault."
Roll. Roll a perception or persuasion check.
Persuasion.
With
that is a 27. I'm sensing there's something more going on here, so I'm just gonna pull one of those.
She just stops in her track, and I just having some bad luck, okay?
Yes, it happens.
My apologies, miss. She says to Talamh.
I'll forgive you.
So real fast, because there's something I was thinking about asking you anyways, and if you did allow it, it would potentially play really nicely into this situation. I was gonna see if it was okay if I changed my fighting style, since the protection one's kind of useless to me with my other redemption abilities. But I don't want to take like the defense one or anything. I don't need more AC. But there's a paladin fighting style called what's it called here? Blessed Warrior, which lets me take cleric cantrips, and I could take the guidance cantrip. Are you okay with me switching that? And if so, I could cast guidance on her and give her a D4 bonus in her gambling.
Oh god, nobody in this party needs a D4 added onto their abilities, but is that what level is guidance?
It's a cantrip.
Good lord.
You touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a D4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice. It can roll the die before or after making the check. The spell then ends. Concentration up to 1 minute.
Do you want to hear something amazing?
So it's not really useful in combat or anything, but it's really useful for role-playing. What am I hearing?
Tasha's gave guidance to druids, too.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not using the protection fighting style really very much. But I don't want to just take the defense fighting style, because then you're already annoyed by how high my AC is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen.
And
or I'm just gonna
most of
make
the other
everything hit for +10.
most of the other ones are real combat focused, which doesn't fit. But I thought that would be great, because I wouldn't take the combat cleric cantrips. I'd take some of those utility ones like guidance. And then I was thinking, like either spare the dying or something.
It fits very well in your character, so I think I will allow it.
Cool. In that case, then I will cast guidance on her by patting her on the shoulder and say, I feel like your luck will change.
What kind of game is she playing? Is it cards or is it dice based?
She is playing craps. Just straight craps.
Here's a question. Are these dice carved out of stone?
They are bone.
Damn it. Alright. Because I could have changed her luck.
So she gets a D4 she can add to her next.
Oh, I didn't bring over a D4. Oh, yeah, I did. It was hiding.
Alright, I'm gonna...
She thanks you and walks away. And you keep an eye on her, and you just see her roll at the next go up, and she pulls out this one, like, dirty gold coin. It's been in her pocket for a long time, and she lays it down on the table, and she rolls, and with a 19 plus 4, I'm gonna say that yeah, she gets...
Well, it's a D4 that she would roll, but...
Yeah, I rolled a D4.
Rolled a 4. Oh, okay, I got you.
I rolled a 4, a 19
awesome.
And a 4 on her roll. So, with a 23, you watch as she starts jumping up in the air. This super strong, buff elf woman gets joy in her face as she gets like 10 gold brought to her for her win.
And does the elf woman have a name?
Are you asking her?
Well, I wouldn't say elf woman, but I said, Does the happy woman have a name?
The name is Bryn. Bryn Wintervale.
And what does Bryn do that made it such a long day today?
Oh, going out into the prairie and finding whatever resources are around, gathering up rocks and stone, and those are the same thing. Stone and lumber, and trying to find any minerals I can, digging trenches, anything that needs doing, I get it done.
I bet I could do it faster than you could.
You're gonna make her mad again.
Really? A little girl thinks that she can do what I do for this village. I already apologized to you once.
I mean, no disrespect, I just meant I could help. Maybe the next day won't be so long.
Even if I were to get one job done, there's always another waiting. The days are always long. That's what living off the land is.
I wish you luck in your endeavors. I'm gonna go learn to read.
And to you as well. Alright, Oliver, what are you doing this whole time?
I'm sitting in the corner. People watching is what I want to be doing.
Alright. You've seen this whole exchange take place. Anything in particular you're looking for?
I just want to get like a good idea of the people around town, I guess, because as far as I'm understanding, like a lot of people come here, like from around town. So kind of who knows who and that type of thing. Anything that could potentially give us an advantage in the town.
Okay. Roll me a perception check with advantage.
10.
10. Alright. Actually, do another insight check with advantage.
At 22.
There you go. Because you're trying to actually glean something more than just what's around you. Yeah, so spending about an hour at the height of this, you're watching as Bryn is kind of the epicenter of a lot of action. You can tell when she starts to get angry and annoyed. Nobody really blinks at it. Very much people are used to her acting in this way. This isn't new. The other people that you notice is you gather that the innkeeper's name is Frederick, and his tavern, the Daring Lodge, is the place to go after sundown, when the work stops. Very few people continue to work during the day, or during the night. Tumunzan is not very well protected in terms of, like, big barriers or anything, so it's best to let the wildlife just not be tempted by walking outside a lot at night. Obviously, there are torches, there are some guards that roam around, but
They're smarter than the people of Vowel.
Yeah. They're pretty smart. I mean, this is a major road that goes into Occam, goes through this town. And so it's very clear who is an outsider and who is part of the town. right now there don't seem to be that many outsiders. Everybody seems to know each other, but you're given a wide, like, a lot of space. People don't bother you. You gather from some of the conversations with one other traveler who's a merchant traveling up to Occam, that the custom is to leave outsiders alone, to welcome them with hospitality, but to kind of not force them into customs, but make sure that they're behaving appropriately. And so they're going to leave you alone until they know you're going to behave yourself.
Okay.
You also find out that the Sow and Wand is run by Hal Sumter, and you get a sense of who she is when she walks in, because she is a bronze dragonborn.
Okay.
And then the other name that you've already heard is Adelaide. And she's a female human with this long mohawk that is kind of pushed back and then tied in a ponytail. And she has this really dark, sunburned, kind of olive skin. And she looks fairly young to be an accomplished blacksmith. But, you know, you get a sense from when she walks in that people are, you know, talking to her, asking her about her day, asking how she's coming along with some repairs that she's been making for a couple of the farmers. Very jovial, very, you know, light-hearted, and just happy to help and happy to be appreciated by the people in the town.
All right. And then I guess once I'm like done with all of that, I'll grab a drink at the bar and take it to my room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to bed as well.
All right. Perfect. So.
Yeah,
No, go ahead.
Before I go up to study the thing, I do want to ask, really anyone who's available, if they have ever run into a horrendous smell from outside the gates before.
Oh. Yeah, that's the abandoned graveyard down the road a ways. Last year or so, that popped up, and we've just stopped burying our dead there. It's too much to go near. Makes some of the folks sad who have loved ones up that way that, you know, can't visit their deceased, but we made do, and we built a new graveyard. Thankfully it's very small right now, so it's the opposite side of town now.
So no one knows what caused it?
Frankly, it's too much for us to go near. We just can't handle it.
I almost lost my lunch walking past it.
Yeah. It's not all the time. That comes and goes, but then you get closer and it picks up again. So we're not sure what it is, but we're in the middle of a prairie. Villages like ours tend to get wiped out by stupidity more than anything, and we know better to go near a death smell.
people I've met in my travels this whole time.
Well, that's why we get to have fun at night. And we don't die.
And with that, I'm going up to study.
You hear behind you one of the patrons. See, now why can't Robbie be home studying? He's got to be out with his friends, goofing around. I like her. She's going places.
She's been places.
Do I hear this?
Yeah.
That's what I do. I repeat. I've been places.
Oh, and she's cheeky. All right. So everybody has gone into their respective rooms. Again, the innkeep gave you guys the adventurers suite, as he calls it, which is a adjoining kind of sitting area, a little kitchen area with a table, and then separate rooms for all of you. Are you doing anything in the night, or is everybody going to bed and calling it a day?
I'm going to sleep. I've been carrying a chair around for a few days.
Buddy Cam.
Could have portable hole.
Actually, yeah.
I
It's
guess
true.
No. I'm picking up one of my resource counters and I'm going to sleep.
There you go. Oliver?
I would go to my room, drink my drink, and then go to sleep as well.
All right. Well, in the night, crickets chirp. It's very peaceful. And then day breaks, and you all wake up.
Oh no, it's broken. I should have taken the mending cantrip.
Man, it's nice not to have to wake up early and go on watch.
Yeah, all of you wake up feeling very rested.
I feel like I'm forgetting to do something. Oh wait, I didn't have to cook breakfast.
You are able to go downstairs and get yourself some breakfast. It's going to cost you, I believe breakfast is like $1 each.
It's actually a pretty expensive breakfast.
I know, that's what I'm, that's why I said I think. I have to go to my shop. Cheese omelet is 3 copper.
I want Scotch eggs.
Oh, now I have to break whole silver down.
Omelet your way is 2 silver pieces.
That's a significant increase in price from a cheese to an omelet your way.
Yeah.
Like everything I want in it.
I mean, that's like 1 silver is 10 copper is 3
Oh,
copper.
I'm sorry. That was under the merchant. All right, it's broken down by
price.
yeah, it's broken down by like commoner and merchant. So you asked for a fancy type of egg preparing, so you get the expensive price. Because for
Quail eggs.
common meal, it's meat stick, meat in quotes, roasted locust, cheese omelet, and ham and cheese on rye. For the noble one, frittata and herbs, bacon and owlbear eggs, boar ham steak and eggs, and a truffle omelet. So,
Silver.
How much does the noble one cost?
1 to 2 gold.
That's what I'm buying.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
I want an owlbear. I want owlbear eggs.
I'll just get the cheapest.
Alright. So, alright.
I'm just gonna spend 2 gold and assume that it's the higher cost one because it's owlbear eggs.
No, that's actually the 1 gold one.
Ah! Gain a gold back.
So, all right, that's 2 orders of bacon and owlbear eggs and a cheese omelet. I actually prefer the... No, I would have owlbear eggs.
Dude, you know how big an owlbear egg would be? It's like an ostrich egg.
So
They probably get multiple breakfasts out of the same owlbear egg.
Probably. Well, if they're like scrambled, they just scramble one and then serve it into multiple portions. Yeah.
They have like a pitcher, like I don't remember what it's
I
called.
want a hard-boiled owlbear egg.
And you're just gonna carry it around.
Just carry it around, just munching on it all day long.
It's like going to the state fair. Just, yep. This is my meal.
And like, and then I can just picture Ridire gagging as he keeps sticking up his armor with all the egg parts.
Oh boy.
Oh, why did I? Oh, but it tastes so good.
All right. So the day is yours. I mean, you're free to do whatever you want right now.
Let's go to the general store, see about getting a cart and stocking up the kitchen in the portable hole.
You definitely want to go find a place to buy spices.
There might not be much here, but we can maybe at least get some of the basics. You know, get some equipment in there and some simple things.
Even some salt and pepper would suffice.
And I'll put the chair in the portable hole.
Don't want to lose any more.
No, it's just like, and you were right. It makes more sense, and it's there to use when you're cooking and stuff.
It's our watch chair.
Yep.
Felicia now has a permanent
Stone throne.
Left our mark on Bai.
All right.
Didn't you make a statue there too? I think you left a
Yes.
pretty significant mark.
I did leave a statue.
All right. So you're just wanting a cart, right?
Yeah.
Apparently Ridire can summon a horse.
I can summon steed.
All right. So you enter the Sow and Wand, and at the counter is a fairly normal-sized dragonborn, so just a little taller than Ridire and Oliver. Not by much.
Oh.
Bronze scales, brown eyes. Ah, the local adventurers have come. Welcome, welcome. What can I do for you?
And we're looking at possibly investing in a cart. It's starting to get to us, all the walking as we travel around. So.
You know how many times I hear that a week?
Probably a lot.
A lot. A lot. And you're in luck. We make sure that we have plenty of carts stocked for just that purpose. Are you going to be needing a horse with that, or do you have some other way of getting one?
I have a horse.
Horse. Excellent. Well then, the going rate for a horse these days, or for a cart, I'm sorry, for a court. Courts?
Court? Is that a horse and cart combination?
It's a course.
I'm done. I quit.
Don't quit, please.
The going rate for a cart is going to be 15 gold.
I'm just gonna look towards the other two.
I plunk down a thing of coins.
Excellent, excellent. And would you be wanting anything else while you're here?
Search of spices.
Fantastic. What kind of spices are you in the mood for?
Well, the ones that taste good.
Excellent. We have coriander, cumin, garlic, mustard, nutmeg, pepper, salt.
I like coriander because Oliver thinks it tastes like soap.
This is now a part of my character.
The coriander for a half ounce is going to be 2 copper.
And then I actually just give me 2 ounces of everything you got, of everything you have.
Well, okay. So that'll be 4, 16, 12.
I've written in my notes right under cover name Jeff Bridges.
Forget what my cover is. I'm gonna have to watch that episode again.
4 is 24. 7 times 4. Yeah, 28. 4. We'll say 60 copper for all this, for 2 ounces of everything.
60 copper, so that's 6 silver. Plunk.
Fantastic. Anything else you'll be needing?
We got our cart, we got our spices.
Yeah.
You have parchment.
Say that again?
Do you have any extra parchment laying around?
Parchment? Yeah. Yeah, we've got lots of parchment. It's 1 silver per sheet.
I didn't know it was so expensive.
It's one of those hard to come items that, mostly wizards are wanting when they come through, so they tend to buy it in bulk. We run out, and it's hard to get a lot of.
Make do with the paper I have. I decide to myself. I don't say this out loud.
With your... What? Is it 100 gold per platinum?
Yes. No, it's 10. I thought.
I'm pretty sure it breaks down everything is breaks down to 10. 1 is 10 of the next lowest.
I mean, I have a lot. I could probably buy all the paper she has.
I think you could buy the town.
You guys want to own a town?
Not this one.
Why is Electrum a thing?
I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
Wait, so 1 gold is actually 100 silver?
No, 1 gold is 10 silver.
I thought it was 10 electrum.
No, it's 5. And Electrum's in between. Electrum's 2 Electrum is a gold piece. 1 Electrum is 5 silver. Yeah, it's dumb.
That's weird. At least it's not like Harry Potter money.
17 sickles to a galleon.
Something like that. It's like there's
And-
like 4 nuts to a sickle.
Yeah.
I think she was going off of old English money that like made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing in Harry Potter makes sense.
They
can
don't learn basic school skills.
They can teleport, but they write each other letters and fly them around with the slowest bird.
Like, yeah, like at least use like a pigeon or something.
A pigeon would make sense.
They can communicate with instantaneously with flue powder by just shoving your head in a fireplace. but they send letters with owls.
Seriously, operate there, hand them the letter, and leave.
Why would you even write a letter? You could just
I don't want to necessarily say it all at once. Like I want to write it down, give it to them, and
Oh, it's kind of like the sending spell in 5e with, you get 20 words to send, but you can send it to anybody you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's great. It's a great spell, but you gotta know what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like Twitter.
Bird. Bird's
Or you
the
do it
word.
the gesture route and have no idea what you're saying.
Yep.
End up going over.
Are you pooping?
Okay.
I have grown to love the Mighty Nine so much.
I like him a lot.
It's there's a good charisma within the group.
It gets better in it takes them about 40 episodes to really hit it, but now on episode 100, I'm just loving them.
Yeah, I'm at episode 70 something.
I have watched like the first 3 episodes.
Get past the intros.
I don't have the time.
Yeah. So, all right, let's jump onto this because I got lots we can do tonight. So
yeah, so we got the cart. I'm gonna cast Find Steed.
Okay.
I do want to ask, because it specifies that it. I'm gonna have it take the form of a warhorse. I could have it take the form of an elk.
That would be.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, let's have it be an elk. So it has the statistics of an elk, except for its intelligence is 6, and it can understand. It can understand 1 language that I speak, so it does not have to be common. It can understand Celestial, so that only I can tell it what to do. No, Ridire wouldn't do that. It's common. I'm trying to see what it specifies here. It says it's a celestial, a fae, or a fiend.
Your choice.
I wanted to twist it slightly, if that's okay with Ridire, and have it actually be the ancestral spirit of the mount of a previous Ser Ridire. So it could still kind of count as a celestial, I guess.
Yeah, that would be celestial.
But just flavor-wise, yeah, it's not. It's actually like a being that has served as a mount for multiple Knights of Redemption.
Yeah.
I think that's fun. Okay. And so I will summon so it can pull the cart.
Are you doing this in the store?
No, I'll go outside.
Okay.
I'll pull the cart by hand out there and then bring it to the edge of town, and I'll get it kind of set up.
Okay.
Put a harness. I won't hook it up to the cart yet, but I'll put a harness and stuff on it, and let it know that, hey, you're gonna help us out.
Did the cart come with a harness?
You just bought a cart and everything at full price. It's fully suited to carry anything you need to. You guys didn't even haggle her at all, so she gave you everything.
Okay, cool.
You guys were good customers, so she's gonna...
We're so rich. We don't haggle.
But I draw the line at paper costing a silver apiece.
Well, it's parchment. It's not like a tree that's cut into a thin sheet. Like, this is like stuff that takes time to make.
Yeah. In a world where, again, the only people that buy loose parchment are basically wizards.
And historians, who are also probably wizards.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I guess once we have all that, was there anything else we wanted to do here, or do we want to just head out?
I want to find that boy's family who's carousing, so I can go tell him to buckle down and study.
Okay. Roll an
Investigation checks to ask around.
check.
Anybody want to help me investigate?
Yeah, I'll help.
All right.
Tell me about
Roll
it.
with advantage.
See, I've learned that you have to get help before.
Ooh, and I'll cast guidance.
All right, roll a d4.
But what'll it be?
So,
It makes it
for
an irritating-
clarification, in the future, it will be guidance or assistance, because your action of helping would be guidance.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, we'll...
But guidance can persist for 1 minute.
Yes, but then every, like, action you're taking... Also, that was intimidation that you rolled.
Oh, I'm sorry. So take 1 away from that.
So it stays at 17.
So it stays at 17.
Okay.
They're right next to each other and they look the same.
I know they do. I've done that before myself. Yeah, it's the assistance action. You can't always assist with stuff to get advantage, so...
but this one is like, I'm also going around and asking around, is how I was playing the assistance.
So, I'm letting you know that the way I'm going to do it is...
Okay.
Now, if, we'll figure out the details on that, because there are going to be exceptions to that rule, because rule of cool always wins.
Yep.
Alright, so 17, it takes you about 45 minutes, but you're able to find the boys' family. They're out on the farm, working away, and you see a young boy, probably about close to Talamh's age, and he is digging a, let's see, so it's going into, what did I say? Where are we at in the seasons here? Calendar. Yeah. All right. So it's getting into
Thank you.
Richfest. So we are in Wheel Sun. So he is sitting there tending to some crops, plucking weeds, watering as you are walking up.
Can I feel like any decent-sized stones in the ground?
Yeah.
Like that are close to him?
Close to him, not on the surface. There are some underneath, but it's been very well tilled.
Oh, definitely.
So.
Okay, good. If they're underneath, this will be even better. So I'm going to walk up to him, and I'm going to say, just without any context, and just I want to pop a stone out of the ground and just smash it with my fist and say, "You need to study," and then leave.
What? Roll an intimidation check.
Because I'm so intimidating. Oh, what happened?
Oh no! Alright, a 7. He watches you walk away and you just hear, "The hell was that about?" Alright. Oh, now I have to pick up these rocks. And that's the last you hear.
That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
Okay.
God, I wish I was more intimidating sometimes.
So, you guys are gonna start on your journey to,
I don't
Occam?
know any huge reason to stay here. If I was playing a different character, I'd probably go try and flirt with the blacksmith, but Ridire is not worried about that, so.
Fair enough. Oliver, any reason to stay, or are you ready to get on the road?
I got nothing to say, so I'm good.
All right.
Let's hightail it, I guess.
All right. So, the journey from Tumunzan to Occam is a 10-day journey. And so we are going to use a new travel system I got called Campfire. I found these guys on Twitter, and they are super cool, super nice guys, and they have made this this travel system called Campfire. So go check out Abyssal Brews. And I'm going to put it in the chat here as well, so you guys can see. Abyssal Brews. So check them out. Very cool guys. So this is how this is going to work. I've written up a worksheet ahead of time for your DC and weather. And you guys are going to tell me what you are doing to aid in the travel. And depending on what you do and how you roll, you will have successes or fails, and that will tell me what happens on this trip.
And we do have the cart being pulled by my magic elk now. So
Yes.
it helps. It's just for speeding up of time a little bit.
Yep, so it actually is going to reduce the amount of successes you need by 1.
Yay!
Because it's definitely no longer a 10-day journey. It's actually closer to 8 days. So you guys are saving yourself about 2 days by traveling by horse.
Oh, it's so much more relaxing.
Maybe.
Well,
We'll see.
can I attempt to make the ground more suitable for this elk to walk on?
Okay.
Well, it's a road as well, right?
Yep, but so you're going to try and use...
Like any less good spots in the road, just like make them nice.
Yeah, I will say... Oh, that would be a... So, while you're thinking of these, they have to be skill checks.
Okay, well,
And so, consider that. And I'm going to say that no one person can use the same skill twice in a row. So, you can all do a nature check if you want, but Oliver can't do nature, and just win.
So we can do any skill check that makes sense?
As long as you can make it make sense, I allow it.
So I want to intimidate the road into being a straight path for I don't have proficiency in skills.
You can intimidate the horse to try and get it to move faster.
I'm not gonna intimidate the elk. He's nice.
Just saying.
persuade it.
That would be more of an animal handling. Anyways.
So. I will... I don't know. How many checks do we need to do?
As many as it takes to get to a conclusion. So, who wants to do the first check?
Could the road smoothing be a survival check?
Yes, I would say that would definitely be a survival. 18. Okay.
Could I use athletics to pull the cart occasionally to give the elk a rest?
Yeah.
And therefore kind of make the trip easier and not as strenuous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I'm going to cast guidance on myself first.
There you go.
23
plus a D4.
27.
27. All right. Oliver, you're up.
Is this over a period of 1 day, or is this like...
This is the entire journey.
Okay. I want to say anytime it starts to get dark or visibility kind of goes down a little bit, I'm going to use dancing lights around the cart so to help us see a little bit and kind of ward off anybody who may be thinking about attacking us, because they know now that there's a magic user. So
I like it. So survival?
Survival 16.
16. All right. All right, last one, maybe.
Could I and possibly someone else with an assist, could we use performance to sing songs to keep morale up during the trip?
Yeah.
We do love to sing ourselves a jaunty tune.
Yeah.
This is very much in character, and about halfway through the journey, the weather has not been the most pleasant. Gray skies, cold nights, like that wind that just kind of bites at you as it goes by. Like, every time you think you've caught the warmth and you're in a good place, you're used to the cold, it's gonna be okay, that wind hits you right in the back, and it shakes you out of that comfort zone enough to just be not bad. It doesn't make it difficult, but it's just tiresome. Yeah. So a jaunty tune at this time would be fantastic. And yes, I will definitely give you advantage if somebody wants to help.
Yeah, if someone wants to sing along.
A jaunty tune with Ridire.
Okay. All right. 21.
There you go.
We're singing Eine für alle Vereine.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
That D'Artagnan song.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that one.
All right. So, after 8 days of travel, and before we go further, let me write this on my calendar so that I'm not trying to do that later. I arrive in Tumunzan, and then you left on the 11th of God's Day, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so you arrive on the 19th of Wheelsun, Water Day.
We have been on the road for 8 days, correct?
Yes.
Oh, damn it. That didn't work.
Rolling an 8.
There we go. I think.
There we go, looking.
Cool.
I
mean, you can back this off if you want to.
Minus. Remind me again how we got to 100. I want to say this right.
You just told me to roll D100 one day for the days that the profits roll in from the initiative rolls.
Yeah, because you're getting money from each place that equaled like, to 100. So
it's like 3 different locations currently, I think.
Yeah.
Like that.
So.
I mean, we can make it a different number if you want it 100.
So
because
you
it
get
about 50 gold a day.
You get the 75, the 94, and the 42. But after that, roll a D70 instead. So roll 5D70. And then add in those first 3 to 193.
They're getting less popular.
Something happened that you're losing less money. You're gaining less money now.
Somebody's stealing from me. They're just not putting it in.
All right. So, 19th of Wheelsun, Water Day. You arrive in Occam, and as you crest a small hill and make your way into the city, I need everybody to roll me a d20. And this would actually be a good time to be doing this. I should have done this whole time, but that's okay.
Bruce.
I got off 14.
I had a 5.
Hold on. I'm still adding up my earnings. Okay.
Okay. And then do I have the second Bowie? Curiosity?
Oh, I don't have 2 versions yet.
Okay. I don't remember if I've put in the...
Second one? Or,
Which one is this?
are those like...
I have no idea what this is. Come on, go away, image. Alright, ignore the cards.
Still trying to figure out which version of Bowie I wanted.
That's fine. I just... Alright, I don't know why that card is still there. I don't care.
Maybe I'll do Nikolai Tesla Bowie.
Everybody...
Ooh, yes.
One of you gets to roll another d20, and I'll let you guys pick.
Who do you want to roll the other one?
You just
Probably
roll
was
the
the
highest if you
lowest.
want to.
I think you should roll it.
Because you're at the
Curiosity.
lowest.
You got the lowest. There we go.
Alright, 13, 14, 3, and 5. So 3 is swift of foot and path. The party arrives at your destination earlier than expected. You use less resources and, yeah. Number 5, tales of your actions have arrived before you. So, partway through your journey, you found that that merchant who was on his way to Occam manages to catch up with you. And he introduces himself as... Get my Occam list. As Uldvid. And you guys are able to exchange pleasantries, and along the way he says, you know, getting to know you on the road for a little bit. When I get to Occam, I want you to come to my house. I want you to stay with me and my family. We'll get you a meal in you for the pleasant company along the road. It can be such a hard travel, and I appreciate having some nice people to talk to.
I'm gonna insight check this guy because most of the people we've met have tried to kill us. The Oni specifically.
You throw one Oni at the party, and the distrust is there forever. And then you throw a crow at them, and then 2 Mylings. Yeah, that's justified. Go ahead and do an insight check. 12. He seems very genuine. You guys travel for like 3 days together, and the entire time Talamh, a little bit on alert, but he does nothing to make you distrust him.
Not wielding a glaive, is he?
So, at some point he rides ahead, but you know that you have a standing offer for a room in Occam if you so choose to use it. And then, let's see, 13. You feel a spring in your step. You have advantage on dex, ability checks, and saving throws for the rest of the day. And, last but not least, you, traveling along the road, you find a box, a crate, a small crate, and inside are 3... Oops, I'm opening this in the wrong browser. Are 3 vials, 3 bottles of a unique color. And they are 3 potions.
Oceans.
Potions of something.
Okay. They are a amber-colored brew that kind of is in a very slow state of constant motion. Very soothing to watch. And yet never stops moving.
Do all 3 of them look the same?
Yes.
I'll cast Identify.
Okay. You have 3 potions of watchful rest.
Cool.
1 for each, I guess.
Yeah. So when you drink this potion, you gain the following benefits for the next 8 hours. Magic cannot put you to sleep, and you can remain awake during a long rest and still gain the full benefits.
Oh, it could be useful.
1 for each of us?
Sure. Actually, why don't you just take mine?
I'll take yours too. Alright.
Yeah. Worst case, you can give it to me when we use it.
Alright, so, you all enter Occam feeling very refreshed, relaxed. Even though the weather was fairly awful, it was a pleasant 8-day journey.
Alright.
Cool.
So, welcome to the city of Occam.
What do we know about Occam?
Everybody roll me a history check with advantage. It's a major city, so it's pretty likely you know a lot.
That would be a crit.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you all know a lot about Occam. This is one of the major cities. It's not as big as Byfeld or... well, actually, it's the second largest city, that's right. It is kind of a tourist trap, all things considered. So, the major landmarks, you have the Arcanus Village, which is here, and the Abbey of White Light is a grand stone-walled building dedicated to pretty much all of the gods and goddesses under one roof. At least all of the nice ones. You're not going to find Shar and, Celeste in the same temple, but you definitely know the Moon Goddess has a temple there. The Bell District is number 2. And let's see, with the 21, there are alright, that Borough, what do I make names I can't pronounce? Burhui's Forge is located in the Bell District, and that is was once known as the best weaponsmith in all of Fadir.
Hey, we might learn about that one thing that was forged by the one person.
That's helpful. The Craftsman's Farthing is in District number 3. And there's a famous inn there called the Sapphire Dagger. The Crystal Pool Ward is not known for pretty much anything. People go there because they live there or they work there. That's about it. Number 5 is the Dragon's Burrow. And there is an ancient monolith made out of stone that is said to be the tomb of a lich.
I want to go there.
The monolith that we saw in Cofford.
Number 6 is the Fey Throne Farthing, which is famous for its giant tree that is for some reason blocked off by guards 24/7.
Those Fey portal trees.
Giant, always, the leaves are always in a different season than the rest of the surrounding area, and it is always on guard. Well, the tree's not on guard, the guards are on guard by the tree. 7 is the Lamp Burrow. And this is mostly known for the shrine of the god of hunting, which I don't remember where's my deity list? Malar. Malar? M-A-L-A-R. God of the Hunt. And then, moving up, we have Lions District. This is the home of Queen Turna is located in this district. So the current queen's childhood home is located here. The Lions Ward is known for a giant statue of a dragon, and it's rumored that someday the dragon is going to come back to life. That's a Weird Al song. 11, the Merchant's Farthing. Again, it's kind of it's a place where people go to work. There's nothing really of note there that you know about right now. And then number 12 is the Pool Ward, and not to be confused with the Crystal Pool Ward.
Lots of billiards played
yes. there. kind of known for the Yellow Blade, which is a tavern decorated with all these runes and different wards that are said to protect against demons.
I want to go to the Lich monolith.
I would like to go to the dragon statue. Maybe one and the other.
So I wanna
Well,
go
we've
to-
got our tickets. We'll split up, and we'll meet at the entrance at the end of the day. Don't forget your fast pass.
No. Fast Pass is now an extra paid service where you get like 2. You know, it's like a different thing now. It's
It is.
Genie Plus or whatever now.
I'm going on the Indiana Jones ride.
So it's funny that you mentioned that, because as you come into town, you see a pretty gaudy little stand at the entranceway, and there is a halfling with a little bullhorn, kind of like the speaker thing, and he's, or actually I'm just gonna give him, what is that, prestidigitation that lets you raise your voice?
Or
Thaumaturgy does as
Thaumaturgy.
well.
Yeah, he's gonna be using thaumaturgy, and step right up, everybody, and come on a tour of Arkham. See its haunted places.
That's right, it's the haunted town.
This is the most haunted town in Fadir. We will take you to all of the hot spots, guaranteed to at least see one specter.
That's cool, because if we encounter ghosts, I'm morally obliged to destroy them.
We've already seen enough ghosts for a lifetime.
I want to go!
Well, come on over then. Let's get you set up.
Alright. I want to go. You guys don't have to come. I'm just gonna check this out.
Where are you staying, sir?
I just got to town.
Well, we can set you up with one of our partner inns. You can leave your cart and horse there, and then we can set you on a timed tour of the city.
What kind of price is attached to this service?
5 silver for the tour. The inn sets their own prices. But best rates in town if you partner with us.
I want to insight check this guy. How much of a tourist trap is this?
Go for it.
This is ridiculous.
It's an 11. Not great.
An 11. He's pretty convincing. He likes what he's doing.
You know what? I think I'll just find the sites for myself.
You can find them all yourself, sir, but you're never gonna get the background knowledge of one of our tour guides.
We need the background knowledge of one of your tour guides.
If you want the full experience, of course.
Oh, see ya! I'm just gonna walk away.
He instantly turns around to the next person and just... Tours! Best price you can find in Fadir.
He's just doing his job. He's got good energy for it, but yeah, I don't need to. Not if it's a timed tour thing, yeah. Yeah, so I want to go find the Lich Rock.
Alright, are you guys gonna split?
I
Or...
want to go see the rock.
Remember, the #1 rule of D&D.
Split the-
Always split the party.
You know what? Just for that, I'm going to the dragon statue.
Alright, here we go. So, dragon statue is in there's so many things in this town, so bear with me while I re-find everything.
We need
There
to
we
get
go.
like sending stones so we can communicate with each other over a distance.
All right. So Oliver is heading to the Lions Ward, and Talamh and Ridire are heading to the Dragon's Borough, which it just so happened that they're really close to one another. Although these are big districts, like, that's, you know, like going to...
Damn, boy, that's a big-ass district, boy!
They the size of Central Park?
Again, my lack of geographical awareness is coming to play here.
It's like a little over a square mile, is Central Park.
Yeah, so yes, we'll say each one is about the Central Park, yeah? I have no reference for this. I didn't expect to have to answer that question.
Something is like roughly familiar with like the size of it.
I'm trying to think
Each
of
one's
like
the size
Minneapolis.
of 10 football fields.
I'm trying to think of Minneapolis and how hard it would be to get from like where the XL Center is to like Dinkytown. Because it's doable in a day, but it's a lot of walking to go from one part to the next. So, we'll just say, get from one end of town to the other, probably going to take you a full...
Well, also this city, I mean, it's a medieval city, is a little bit more set up for walking than like a modern city like Minneapolis.
Yes,
so
yes
it
it is.
more, and there's less people. And you're not having to wait to cross the street because of cars.
Yeah, I mean, there's still 48,000 people.
Yeah, but you can still, you can cut down on some of that time because you don't have to wait for stoplights.
Yeah.
And it's more set up for pedestrian traffic. So
very much so. We're gonna say it's about a half a day from end to end. So, you guys are far away, but not like too, you know.
Yeah.
The world apart.
I'll hear him screaming if he gets attacked.
Not that close. So, all right, we'll start with Oliver.
Very good ears.
Oliver going to the that's the Tomb of the Lich. The Lions Ward. You see this massive stone statue, intricately carved. Like, every book you've read on dragons has detailed exactly what you're seeing. It is a 10-foot tall statue with the wings of the dragon folded inward, kind of in a perched, ready-to-pounce stance. And the head looks down at the passerbys, and it's one of those effects where you feel like as you're walking around, the dragon is looking at you in a certain degree of its line of sight.
Okay.
It is very haunting. There's tons of people around right now. You know, for Oliver, who likes to kind of be solitary and not part of the crowd, you are doing your best not to get swept up in the flood of people that are talking about this thing, you see a cart go by with a very bored-looking tiefling standing at the in the front of this carriage and saying something like built 100 years ago by the artist, by a famous artist. The dragon statue is thought to someday come back to life, and we're not sure if it was a commissioned statue. Nobody on record asked for it. It just kind of appeared one day.
Banksy.
And that cart rolls out of sight.
For an extra 7 silver, you can touch the statue. And for 3 gold, we'll let you lick it.
I want to go, if I can push through the crowds at least a little bit. I just want to see if is there any like plaques or anything describing more about this, like around it, or.
Yeah. Roll a perception check.
Yeah.
Oh, perception check.
Nat 20. All right.
Bowie sees all.
So, looking around, you're not seeing any kind of plaque. But what you do see is a glint of bronze, like discolored bronze, sitting behind a bush that has overgrown. That this little, kind of this foliage next to it that was probably built to enhance the base of the statue. There is a hidden little plaque, and moving away the brush, you find a plaque that states, crafted the calendar, because I have the year. I don't have the year.
Oh, I've been turned into a cat. Help me.
Anybody remember the year? You guys take better notes than I do.
The current year is 8298.
Thank you. So, yeah, so the plaque says, commissioned in 8175 by Thames Mythe. Matt Lovelace says he got them peepers. So yes, by Thames Mythe and commission. No, that first movie actually scared me for the first half hour.
I did not see that movie.
It's so bad.
They're all awful.
And now the director and the creator of the series is.
They're kind of fun, but they're that awful B-movie fun.
Isn't the director like? He did something really bad.
Allegedly, he is, like, bad stuff with kids, I think. So, probably don't watch those movies and give him more money.
Convicted pedophile.
Yeah, there you go. So,
Oh.
Yeah. Moving on.
I mean, looking at his picture, it does not surprise me at all.
Commissioned 8175 for his beloved. May she, or I guess not commissioned, but created. And for his beloved, may she rise like the red dragon.
So I can pretty well assume this is probably a red dragon.
Yep.
All right.
And again, well, roll a history check. Or a nature check.
I'm assisting from across the city.
You're not assisting.
Exact same.
Not-
History. 12.
Moral support. I'm just constantly thinking. I've got
I'm
him in my
getting his
thoughts.
vibes.
He's in my thoughts and prayers, Chuck. Thoughts and prayers help.
I'm just like feeling his like good vibes from across the city.
Yep.
I'm rubbing my crystal. He's getting the positive energy.
Okay. Oh, alright. If we're crystal rubbing.
I take a salt lamp out of my pocket and I just lick it. Just lick it a bunch. I just feel it.
I'm burning incense. I gave him some essential oils earlier,
Champa
man.
for the win.
He is all.
My oils diffuser is just
Oil
feeds.
diffuser in the nose of his mask.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot there was a ley line that went from your chakra to his underneath the city, okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Lining up the chakras.
Can't forget that kind of stuff.
I know. You did the hot yoga in the morning, and now your chakras are all just lined up.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Not that it makes any difference.
I know.
I didn't even see what you rolled.
You rolled a 12 and a 6. Like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, from the books you've read on dragons, as this has kind of been a study of yours as you've gone to libraries, yes, the description is very much the scale and horn layout of a red dragon.
Got it. Not what I'm looking for. I guess I'll begin wandering over to where I left Ridire and Talamh.
Okay. And they were very vocal about going to that lich. So
I'll head that direction, I guess.
alright.
For me, it's not so much that it's a lich stone, it's a giant monolith, and I want to be near it.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way over to the lich monolith, and very similar to what Ridire or what Oliver was experiencing. There is this giant onyx-colored monolith in kind of one of the, we'll say, right about here, that is, a good 3 stories up. So it's one of the highest points that you're seeing around you right now, and you can, and there's really nothing else around it. The pathway leading up to it is cobblestone, and it sits on this little, has a base around it, and there are tons and tons of people that are just kind of gawking at this thing.
Can I do like a perception check? See if there's anything cool about it?
Yeah, go ahead and do a perception check.
What, a 24?
24. Like you said, this is not the first monolith that you've seen. It very much resembles the monolith that... Which one did you see? Was that in Byfeld?
Coffered.
Okay. Cofford was a much more polished looking monolith. It reflected the light off of it, and especially in the moonlight, kind of took the 2 moons of Saloon and shown it around the city. This one is much more beaten up in design, but there is a very similar shape and size to it. And I'm getting really close to an innuendo here, and I'm trying really hard to avoid it.
Am I within 60 feet of it?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to use Divine Sense. It does specify that I cannot detect things if they're behind total cover. So if something was contained inside of it, I wouldn't detect it, but I could detect if it has been consecrated or desecrated.
Okay.
And I guess I will detect any other fiends, undead, or celestials within 60 feet of me, but
Okay.
not if it's trapped inside.
So, in the immediate area, you get a little bit of a ping on a couple of humanoid beings around you. And roll a perception check for me with advantage, because your sense is giving them little outlines.
Well, I always have perception with advantage because I'm a shield.
Oh, yep.
10.
10. Okay. Your elk starts glowing. Your...
Oh, I didn't realize we brought the cart with us. Yeah, okay, yep.
You wouldn't have a place to put it away.
Yeah, no, yep, you're
So,
right, that makes sense.
Yeah, your elk starts lighting up and is now glowing. You see a couple of people in the crowd, and you're pretty sure they're not undead.
Well,
So,
I would specifically know whether.
oh,
they're
that's right.
undead
You
or
know
not.
exactly what they are.
I know
don't you?
whether they are fiends. I don't know specifically what they are. I don't know if they're vampires or liches, but I know if they are fiends, celestials, or undead.
They're celestials. You get the sense that they're also ASMRs that might be just hanging around.
Oh, I guess that would make sense because there would be at least a lingering sense of that
Yeah.
on them. Yeah,
Yep.
that's cool.
Kind of an aftershave that
Yeah.
lingers
Yep.
in their aura.
Because not everyone would also know they are too.
Yeah.
Kind of like me.
Deer
Cool.
looks down. Why am I glowing?
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
My hand. Look
Nothing
at my
from the
hand.
monolith.
Man, if only I had 2 of these.
Let me say the ground around the monolith gives very, very faint desecrated vibes, but you feel that it's there, but you are straining to recognize it.
Gotcha. So it's old or something is weakening it.
Roll a religion check.
Because I'm
Hey,
so
you never
good
know.
at those. 5.
It is either old or something is deep underground. You don't know it, or there's a squirrel died on the ground. That could have been it too.
I want to investigate the area and see if there's any sort of like secret entrance.
Oh,
Okay.
Can I help investigate?
Yes, absolutely.
I got an 18.
18. Okay, so especially with Talav's help, Talav, you're walking up, pushing past people. I will say the sheer amount of people walking around is throwing you off a little bit. Like your blind sense is not loving the massive amount of people that are here right now. And so
Not loving it.
there you go. Sensing the ground and focusing on it, the monolith does extend down a good 10 feet. And into rock and stone. Again, yeah, they are different, aren't they? So, deep enough where if you tried to dig as a, anybody tried to dig, they would not reach the bottom of this thing. You do not, after a good half hour of searching, at some point Oliver joins you guys, and Oliver, you come across Talamh, like, stomping at the ground in various places, and Ridire's looking at every adjoining shrub and just trying to find anything in the place. You don't find anything. There's no tunnels that lead to this place. There's no secret hatches.
You know what I want to do, but I don't think I will. But I should. Meld into stone.
You can certainly try.
Go into the monolith.
You can certainly try.
What is the Lich monolith? I'll save it for another day.
Okay. So, you guys have all gathered up. What would you like to do?
Let's go find the dude's house that invited us to stay with him.
Sure, I'm down with that.
Okay. He lived in... Ooh, I'm just going to roll a d12.
Past tense, he's dead.
Oh no, I can't do it. The Lich got him. He is the Lich.
Nah, it's a bitch of a lich.
Six. He lives in the Fae-Throne Farthing, which is just south of you.
Yeah, he told us that.
Obviously.
Let's go there and find his home.
He would have told you where his house was and his shop.
Yep.
So
Yep.
He's like, I live in rolls dice.
I wasn't expecting to have to make this guy up. I forgot his name already. Where is it? There it is. Udvid.
Yeah.
I live in feet. These are the wrong dice.
Oh,
Wrong
no.
table. Wrong table. Oh, I get that. Okay. So you make it.
Close. God damn it, wrong dice.
You make it to his house. He is. Damn it. Who wants to roll me a D100? Anybody?
Got it. That's a 34.
So 34. 34. All right. That's a name. So, you arrive at the Stubborn Mountain Shop. Which is a 2-story building. And from the layout, there is the shop on the first floor and the living quarters on the second floor. And there is a post for you to put the elk up, and you clear the cart of anything that you don't want,
What's that?
grabby little hands to get.
I'm gonna let the elk wander free. He's intelligent.
Okay. The elk stays put because he does not want to go wandering through a city and get
He can
eaten.
roam around. I just say he can roam around the neighborhood a little bit if he wants to, around
Okay.
the block. I'm not gonna tie him up. He's an intelligent being.
Oh, Can I make like a elk-sized, like, raise up an elk-sized dog bowl, and then we can put some water from the flask of endless water?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's cool. As you guys are doing this, Talamh molds earth into this little bowl, and Ridire's pouring out the water. You hear a little boy from the street just, "Mommy, wizards!" And she just hurries him along. Magic is, pretty commonplace, but little kids still love it. More common in the big city to have those kind of things happen, so it's not too out of place. Hurried along in more of a don't talk to strangers, don't make eye contact with people in the city way than
Danger.
big, scary magic people kind of way.
Yep.
And alright, so you can head up the stairs and knock on the house door, or you can enter the shop.
Well, if it's the shop's probably open, I'll go in the shop
Okay.
and say hello to him.
Alright, so you enter and find Uldvid.
Hello.
Ah,
again.
my friends, you made it. Pretty awful weather we were having there for a while, huh?
Yes, it was a little dreary.
Nothing you couldn't handle, I'm sure.
If I let a little rain get me down.
Oh, you said it. So,
I did
how-
say that.
how long are you in town for?
Probably just a day or two, unless something strikes our interest.
Well, there's plenty here to strike your interest. Depending on what your interests are, be happy to point out some of the lesser known places for you. Uldvid being a stout dwarf, like mud brown hair, very
Is there anything-
jolly happy guy.
Is there anything we were wanting to do here?
I don't think we had a list of anything specifically.
Yeah, I mean, most of the stuff was just their stops along the way to get into the other city, so we were just, if we encountered anything. I'll just ask him if there's been anything strange happening in town.
Well, strange in town is kind of, strange is what we do here in Occam.
Fair enough.
We like to play into that whole haunted thing. By the way, if you get asked for a tour, just don't bother. Don't bother.
Not worth the money.
It's a great way to see the city while somebody else drives. But everything they show you is free to view. So strange. Are you wanting stranges and haunted rumors? Like the real ones, not the lich monolith?
Yeah, who would think anything about that would be real? Yes, that's what we want.
I mean, it's imposing and a little creepy. And he looks out the window and you can see the top of it from his shop. Nobody's actually seen a specter or a ghost around that thing for years. So.
Do you mean to tell me there were ghost inspectors around at one time?
We got a reputation for a reason. We probably are the most haunted place in Fadir, but it's the lesser known places that tend to attract some attention.
Well, you're probably the most hunted now, given that we just de-hunted an entire castle.
You did
yes.
what?
Yeah, we did that. That was a thing we did.
Wow. Well, don't let too many people around here hear that. The ghosts, the occasional possession is generally worth it for our way of living. We didn't get to be as big as we did with playing it safe and playing it unpossessed.
That's very disturbing.
Well, that...
Anyways, yeah.
I mean, if you're looking for places to check out, in this district we have the tree that just is weird. That's strange. Don't know what's going on with that thing.
See, we, you know what? I'm not gonna talk about the weird tree that we encountered. Anyways, go on.
You encountered a weird tree too?
Yeah, there's lots of them.
What'd you do with it?
We waved.
Probably shouldn't tell you.
It waved its branches around a lot, and there were some mushrooms, and things were very bright.
Every now and then, some animal gets too close to our tree, and you just see a branch come down and hit it out of the air.
Oh, yep. There was stuff like that was happening.
That's exactly like the tree we saw.
Yep.
It got really warm.
And were there guards around that one too?
In a manner of speaking.
The way you're saying this is very peculiar, but I'm gonna move on.
That's probably best. Anyways, big tree.
Big tree.
That's cool.
Yes. There's the home of Queen Turna. That's always fun. I will warn you about that one. The tour guides like to say it's haunted. That Queen Mora put a curse on it. Ex-Queen Mora. There's never been anything scary that's ever happened there before. Ever.
Oh, speaking of Mora, remember that castle we were talking about?
Yeah?
Guess which one it was?
You unpossessed Queen Mora's castle.
Hey?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, apparently the sun is shining there now.
I mean, all the clouds went away, and all the zombies stopped moving.
That is bizarre. Give me a second. I have an idea. You watch him just walk into the back and come back out with some parchment. He's just writing stuff down.
We should become Ghostbusters in this town.
Who are you gonna call?
Who are you gonna call? Nobody, because it's their way of life.
We're ready to believe you.
Is there something strange in the neighborhood?
I mean, I don't know if I should be telling you this.
Yes you should.
They're gonna be unhappy if you, cleanse it.
Well, we weren't planning on...
I won't cleanse any friendly spirits.
Well, they're not always friendly. There's a theater in the Bell District called the Theater of Balasim. And, you want to see a ghost, that's the place to do it.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. It's there, the Phantom of the Opera.
I haven't seen that show, but if you're looking for some theater without the hauntings, then,
Nope, I like the hauntings. Let's go there.
okay.
Oh, with me?
Sure.
Sure.
Bell District is up here. He's like, all right, well,
Maybe we'll kill a ghost they don't want us to kill, and then we'll get in all sorts of trouble. It'll be fun.
he's, dinner's at sunset. I'll put some food out. If you're back by then, feel free. Just come on upstairs, and got a place for you to stay if you want it.
Well, much obliged. Thank you.
All right.
Let's go to the haunted theater.
All right.
You guys make your way up the main road to the Bell District. On the way, I need Nope, not everybody. I need Oliver and Ridire to roll a perception check.
Okay.
Holy cow.
I have advantage, so it's a 19.
Yeah. On the way there, you can go ahead and check your, maybe. It's not wanting to work for me now. Alright, I hit show to players. Is it showing it to you?
I'm not seeing anything.
Bloody L. Let me refresh
Is it on
the
a
page.
separate page that you need to pull us to?
It shouldn't be.
I'm on the map still.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything that's popping up.
Alright. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Oh!
Alright, you should be seeing that now.
Oh!
Well, we already got one of those.
Do we already have a wanted poster?
So you are seeing those posted sporadically.
He's the one that I weekend at Bernie's, right?
Yeah, he was the one in that keep.
Yeah.
And I do have the sash as evidence.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull one of those down. Is that on the way?
Crystal Pool Ward, correct?
Crystal Pool was
right
over
here,
and
you are walking
here,
past
right?
it. You are walking past the Crystal Pool Ward as you are seeing the poster.
Yeah, let's grab a poster and swing past the guard station.
All right. Roll me a perception check. Everybody.
That's another 19.
That's 19.
No, 19.
19, 9, 23. So, Oliver is busy, looking through his stuff to find the sash. And you find it. The Talamh and Ridire, you are able to find a guard station that has one of these posters prominently displayed on the outside wall.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside.
Inside you see a handful, probably 3 guards. One sitting at a table. One is, sharpening a sword, and the other is just kind of in the back corner, feet up, eyes closed. And as you enter, Crystal Pool Ward, guard station. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm gonna put the wanted poster down and be like, "Hi, we just have some information about Helden."
Information about Helden?
Yeah.
Well, information doesn't get you the reward. But,
I mean, what if that information is the information that we killed him very, very dead?
well, if that's true, that information does get you the reward, because,
That's what I'd like to hear.
well, if you've taken out a wanted criminal, that's what we'd want to hear.
Yeah, no. We can help each other. Yeah, we stumbled upon him a while back, and I believe Oliver here has some evidence to prove that we did.
Yes, I do. And then I'll take the sash and give it to him. I have seen this one other time. Is bad news.
Yeah, well, Riffin, you're the expert on the blood cult clan, whatever their name is. This familiar to you?
Also, I should mention, Helden was a werewolf.
No.
Yeah.
Great.
Kind of threw us for a loop. But he's dead now, so I guess.
That's what we need. Werewolves. Werewolves getting cults. That's...
I know, right? Sucks.
All right.
And then, like there were some of his followers that we didn't know what happened to them, and we told the guards in the other city, and they didn't even care.
What city? Who did you tell?
Where was it that we went to the guards and I told them, like, hey, there might be remnants of a dangerous cult running around? Wasn't it the capital? No, it wasn't Bai.
Oh, it was Byfeld.
It was Byfeld. It was in the capital. It was in Byfeld.
Yeah.
Completely unconcerned about a dangerous cult.
Of course they're unconcerned. They get all the money, you know? They don't have to worry about a thing, so they can take care of whatever they want. Oh, you need more men, just hire them. You don't have to wait around trying to fight off spirits.
You guys having trouble fighting off spirits?
You kill the spirits, you kill the businesses, so we have to keep them contained, have to contain the people that are possessed, get them unpossessed, clear out the spirit that was doing the possessing. It's a thing.
I feel like it would be way more beneficial to build the economy on something other than spirit possession.
You go tell Queen Terna to go support her hometown, and we will do just that.
You could open, like, I don't know, like a brewery, and you could sell all different kinds of spirits.
Oh! I like that idea.
You could be the booze capital of this place.
If
The
you're
most
looking,
haunted city in Fadir, full of spirits. There's a pub on every corner.
there already is a pub on every corner.
So why do we need the ghosts?
Right.
Because the pubs just bring in trouble.
And ghosts possessing people is not trouble.
Apparently less than drunks.
Less than drunks.
I mean, fair.
Take your puns and your taverns and head on over to the Sly Wench if you want both of those.
Maybe
Not really.
I will.
No, I was mostly concerned with letting you guys know that we unalived Helden.
Well,
Right.
give me a second. I'm gonna go send a message off to the capital, see if they've gotten word of this. If they clarify, you're getting your reward.
Right?
I do want to bring up something else too. I have, as I mentioned, seen this one time before. I believe that there may be more out there. Leading. I have heard of one near Wygrove, down south and east a little more. But hear word that that one potentially might be dead. Yeah, there might be more of these.
Ah, wonderful. More werewolves. The nice thing is, if it's a cult and you killed the leader, probably disbanded the majority of them. Once they don't have a leader, they just kind of go crazy and get themselves thrown in jail.
If you're lucky, they kill each other off.
Hey!
This, I mean, not to offend, but this seems more connected, I think. They were wearing the same armband. So I just thought you might want to be aware that there are probably more of these werewolves in leadership in the high courts elsewhere.
Fair enough. Turns to one of the other guards and make sure to write a note. Send it down to Wyvern. Get word of any tales of werewolves or sightings, any lycanthropic sightings that you might know of. Get it to them, and we will. Well, we'll do what we can.
And vampires. Be on the lookout for vampires.
So now you got vampires and werewolves.
Well, they were in the same place, so.
We did kill all the ones that were there at the Blood Cleanse Keep when we were there.
All right, so.
But if there are other, like, cells of this group, then it's possible there could be more in other areas. That's what we're saying. But we killed, like, what was it, like 6 vampires?
Right.
That's pretty good. All right.
It's all about being smart,
Yeah, well.
Stake them while they're sleeping.
That's what we're told to do. Turns the other card. Get to Burhigh's and start getting some silver for the weapons. If this becomes a thing, we're gonna need to get on top of it. Werewolves, vampires. I'm gonna send this message and get back to you.
Okay. Fun fact: if you don't have a silvered weapon to fight a werewolf, just fill a sock with silver coins.
No. Fair enough. So he disappears, and you hear some muttering in the back. He's, not trying to hide it or anything, so it's very clear that he's sending a message. And the spell is cast, and you wait probably about 5 minutes. He sends it off again. Waits another minute. Comes silent. You hear some moving around for another minute or so, and comes out with a pouch of, or not even a pouch, just a little small stack. And well, the capital confirmed that an adventurer in full armor had informed them of the death of a werewolf in a little ways north of there. They went to go check it out. The place was abandoned, but they got into the keep, and apparently you guys did some work. Kind of violent. Please don't do anything like that in our town.
And to fully help you, there were like 100 cult members outside, and we were worried about having to defend from that until we found a secret tunnel to escape. So it was like we were trying to demoralize them, should we have to, fight from room to room?
Yep.
It's not our standard practice to do.
Just so you're aware, if you make too much noise in the capital, they're a little afraid of you right now. So,
Really?
not gonna blame you them. Please keep it in check while you're here. But here's your reward, and he hands you 15 platinum.
I'll hand it to one of the other two.
I can keep the record.
Yeah, you guys are better at keeping track of this.
And yeah, while you're in Arkham, just please keep that a little more contained.
Yeah, that's not going to be an issue. I did have a hypothetical. If I were to be attacked by a spirit, and I did destroy it in self-defense, would people be angry about that? I know with the industry around here, it's...
If you don't go looking for trouble, and trouble finds you, you protect yourself at all times.
Okay.
If you go looking for trouble, and you cause more trouble, everybody's in trouble.
Sounds like we got trouble. Right here in Arkham City. Capital T. That rhymes with P, and that stands for...
Poltergeist.
Platinum. Poltergeist. Yes, I like that one. Stands for Poltergeist.
Oh. Were you in that one,
Oh,
Panda?
Panda.
Which one?
The
Uh,
music
Music
you-
Man.
No, I was not.
No, that was after your time.
This is the year after.
Okay.
Nope. Not I.
That was before I was working there.
Yeah, that was the in-between times.
The in-between times.
man. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
All right. If you've got no other business, I'll let you go on your way.
Yep.
Stay safe and stay out of trouble.
We'll leave, and as soon as we walk out the door and the door closes behind us, I'm going to be like, all right, let's go look for trouble.
Oh. All right. Are you? Yeah. The rest of you going along?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I mean, we were headed to that theater, right? Unless someone wants to do something else. I don't want to, direct the whole.
I mean, I don't really care where we go. I just
We have somewhat of a schedule, but not like a huge one. So
Yeah.
you know.
Go get some spooks at the theater, spend the night, and then we can leave the next morning.
sure.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
use a bag of tricks.
Maybe.
You
I
guys.
still haven't.
You guys head up to the theater. It's very easy to find. So you come up upon this fairly small building. It's only a single story, but it's probably a story and a half tall. So you can easily tell there's no second floor, but it's a taller building than normal. Very lavish front. Overly gaudy front with, sweeping architecture, and it was at one time painted in these very vibrant colors, but most of the paint now is peeling. The vines have started to overgrow around the pillars that stand in front of it, leading to the entryway.
So it's is it completely abandoned? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going on probably 10 years of unuse, of no upkeep, and there is a gate in front of it, and on the gate is a sign that says, theater closed due to hostile spirits.
Is the gate locked?
No. Do you go up and try it?
Well, I go up and look at it.
Just by a glance, you can't tell if it's locked, but there's, we'll say it's probably about 3 o'clock at this point. And actually, no, it'd be a little bit later. We'll say 7 o'clock-ish. Starting to get late. So, lot less traffic. A lot of the tourism traffic has died down on the road around you, and
I'll push the gate open.
yeah, the gate just opens. You can tell the sign is not a padlock or anything. It is literally roped around with a thread, with just a rope, hemp rope that is keeping it closed.
Yeah. I'll open the gate and head inside.
Okay. I'm assuming the rest are going to follow.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear your curiosity.
Might as well.
Okay.
I had to put on push to talk.
Gotcha. Yeah, let's go inside.
Okay, what's the marching order for entering?
I'm first. I'm 100% first. Because I want to see a spook.
I'm gonna be last. So, yeah, we have a strongish rear.
I don't click that. I don't care about that.
He doesn't care about your strong rear. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
No, actually, it was your character sheet, Ridire. So, take that.
Hey, Ridire never skips leg day, and that includes the glutes.
Alright, so entering, it's a fairly well-lit theater. There are lanterns, or not lanterns, but torches on the side, running the length of each wall, with a bluish flame inside that gives just this haunting, dark, veil to everything.
Who lit the torches?
And Ridire and I don't want to click that. Ridire and Oliver, you can see on the stage are 3 ghosts that are like very clearly ghosts. Transparent, big, weird like outfits on. And there's no sound coming from them. But they are moving as if, like, one will say something. You'll see the mouth move. And then the next one will say something. And then they'll move in a dramatic way across the stage and going downstage. And then one will go and cross. All this is happening as you enter, so what do you do?
I'm gonna move forward. And I'm gonna use Divine Sense again.
Okay.
Are they actually undead?
Oh yeah. And
Oh.
what's the components to that?
What do you mean?
Or what are the spell casting like? Is it verbal? Is it?
It's not a spell. It's a paladin ability.
So you can just activate it?
Yeah. It takes an action, but that's.
But yeah, you don't have to like say anything for it to happen.
I don't think so, but let me double check just to make sure. Divine sense. The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, you can open up your awareness to detect such forces.
Okay.
Yep. So I just essentially just open my third eye.
Yep. And so they are clearly undead.
Oh. I'm gonna turn and look at the others and be like, they're actually ghosts.
And upon saying that, one of them apparates in front of you and says, and says in this low, haunting voice, "Quiet. They're performing."
I'll nod and I will go sit down.
Okay. What are the others doing?
Seeing this interaction, I'll go sit down too. I'll sit down behind.
Okay.
So, how does Talamh's stuff work with ghosts?
Not well at all.
You guys told me this place was haunted.
At that, you sense that there is something now because you can feel this cold emanating from near you, and you hear this voice say, "Quiet. No talking during the performance."
I'm gonna go outside.
And yeah, you're welcome to go outside. The ghost usher goes, and you guys can just watch as it stands just off to the side. The ghosts on the stage continue to let out this odd play. None of them seem to be dressed in similar clothes, but all of them appear to be acting. I'm going to roll, and they get a +3.
Can we hear them now, or is it still silent?
It's silent.
Okay.
It's a terrible performance of whatever it is. They rolled a 5 for their performance check.
If this is to do with anything in like history, maybe, or
roll a history check or a performance check to see if they're what it is.
I didn't know the performance. I would much rather roll performance.
Okay. So the 17 in performance, it's hard to pick it out, especially with no dialogue and the haphazard close, but they are playing the oh god.
The day of Doth plagueth the wise.
It's not a tale you would hear from the Jedi.
It's not a tale you would hear from the living.
They're mouthing the words to Hamilton as best as they can. That
Not
chilling
throwing
cold we
away
felt,
my
that
shot.
was Aaron Burr.
So they are playing the Passing of Guladrest, which is an epic play that covers the the king, the emperor, from, like hundreds of, not thousands of years ago, whose daughter Sign kind of transferred over power from an empire to a council, and so it's just overly long. Think like Hamlet or Henry the VIII, I think is, or which, what's the Band of Brothers speech from? Anybody know? Theater majors?
Isn't it? Yeah, isn't it? I know what you're talking
It's
about.
one of the Henrys. I just don't remember which one. Henry V.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's Henry the something.
Yeah. So the Feast of Crispian, St. Crispian's Day speech. We happy few, we Band of Brothers. It's very much like that kind of a play, where it's basically, this king was here, he was bad, he died, somebody else took over, they were less bad. But it's also known as being in play form. Either you perform it right, kind of like Hamlet. You either perform it right, or you have no business performing it.
To perform or not to perform.
And
they have no business performing it.
Yeah, they have no business performing it.
That's okay. I'm still gonna watch.
Okay.
Super watch as well.
Half hour goes by, and their performance, thankfully it seems to be in the tail end of it, and so they finish. At some point, a couple more spirits have entered on stage, and they take their bows.
I will applaud
Yeah, I will start applauding.
and give them a standing ovation.
Yeah, why not?
I will
Stand up.
thunderclap repeatedly from outside.
You know what? I guess maybe you hear us clapping.
Roll
You guys clapping.
roll a religion check with advantage.
Oh,
Both
boy,
of you.
so those
8.
18. Pretty good.
The ghosts fade away. The torches go from that eerie blue to a soft yellowish glow. And the usher ghost appears in the middle and just says, "Thank you for your patronage. Please return soon for our next performance. The Falling of Mora's Keep."
I'll give him a nod, and I'll begin to exit.
And he just fades away.
So, was it everything you expected it to be?
I want to go. Is there like an entrance to backstage from in here?
That's the weird thing. No, they kept going on and off stage through the wall.
That's hilarious. All right, I want to go out,
Okay.
and then I want to walk around to like the back, and I'm gonna be one of those theater goers that hang out near the staff entrance to like try and like say hi or get autographs after the show. I want to
I'd like to
find
imagine-
that and just see if there's any activity there.
This is happening, and Oliver is just giving a complete critic review.
as we're
See, it was pretty. It's not very good, but it is done by spirits, so it's something you don't see every day, which I appreciated about it. But it's obviously very much.
I see what you did there.
he's going through the what's the difference version of how it's supposed to be and what they did. It's like, oh my god.
Lines that they definitely flubbed, but it was okay. I think he improved okay around it. It's a little shaky, but
Oliver, I don't know if you know this, but I've never seen a play.
that is true. That would be true. Well, anyways, I think if they.
John Oliver's true passion. It's theater.
All
We'll
right.
probably just go on for a little bit.
This
Yeah.
is the most you've ever topped, I think. You've at least tripled the amount of words you've said in the entire time we've been traveling together.
I want to just make it very plain that although it's a poor performance, Oliver was thoroughly enjoying the entire thing. He was enthralled.
Oh, okay.
You can't see it, but there's tears in his eyes at the end.
Oh, I'm so happy. That encounter did not go how I thought it would.
When the king accidentally killed himself, and then he had to improvise that it was a fake weapon because it was supposed to. I mean, wow.
Ridire, you wait a while. You don't see anything come out. There's no like, it's dead out right now. I'm so happy.
Okay. So yeah, I guess. I mean, they weren't hostile towards us, so I don't know what the sign was about. I have no issue with these spirits. They're just living their best death.
Yeah, we respected them, and it was fine.
You know John Q. Public, they can't help but make noise while a play's happening.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, okay. I was expecting, like a Phantom of the Opera type thing, like it was be some guy, some hobo, just like making ghost noises to scare people away from his place he's sleeping, but this was interesting.
We got to see a ghost play.
We got to see a ghost play.
That's
How many other people got to see a ghost play?
Yeah, the real Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were multiple in this one.
I just wish there would have been sound.
Phantom of the Opera 2, there's more of them?
oh no. Phantom of the Opera 2 is called Love Never Dies, and it's an atrocity.
Wait, there actually is a sequel?
He made a sequel.
Phantom of the Opera 2, Ghostly
Spectral
Boogaloo. We were both thinking the same thing.
Oh man. All right. So
I think it's late, and I think that's a good spot.
well, all right. So you guys return to the
house.
The mountain, something mountain, the stubborn mountain
thing.
shop, the stubborn mountain. You go up, and Oldvid has set up a very nice, a nice area for you. He says, we've got 3 rooms. You each get your own room. Kitchen is yours. Please make yourselves at home, and in the morning we'll come up to make you some breakfast. We can eat together, and then you can be on your way wherever you want to go.
Thank you very much.
So he leaves you guys for the night, and you all settle in for the night, I'm assuming.
Yeah, before we go to bed, I'm just gonna be like, and by the way, that theater was a very good suggestion. Very entertaining performance.
All right. Anybody doing anything else before you head to bed?
Studying.
I think Ridire and Oliver are gonna stay up late discussing the good and bad parts of the play.
What was good, what was bad.
All right. So Talamh escapes to her room to do some studying. Oliver and Ridire stay up for a little bit to to talk about the show. As night gets into the point where you can either go to bed or you can get a point of exhaustion. I'm assuming at that point you're going to bed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, my brain is
We
so
know we
cracked
could drink those potions so that we can stay up all night talking about it.
talking about it.
What do you do?
I'm gonna go to bed.
Go to bed.
Okay.
That's great.
Hilarious
So-
to waste those right away, but
You have a nice little bedroom set up here.
Cute.
he made a map for it. That means we're gonna get attacked.
Oh, by the way, I this kind of goes without saying, but I have been watering my plant the whole time.
Yes, I kind of figured. I'm not a stickler for having to say that stuff.
And we
all
have
the
a
time.
flask of endless water, so it's not
Yeah.
like it'd be like, oh well, maybe you would have run out of water. Fun fact: paladins can create holy water. So with the
Oh.
flask of endless water, we could literally just create holy water and sell it.
Wait, when you say they can create holy water, what if they don't have access to water? Or does it have to be water for them to bless?
Yeah, I have to be able to bless water to be able to create holy water. So if we fill a vial from the flask of endless water, and then I can turn it into holy water.
What if you just really have to pee? Can you bless your bladder?
I think the spell is let me find the spell, because I believe it's the ceremony spell, and I think it just says it has to be a container, but it might specify a vial.
All right. So, as you guys are sleeping, Ridire. Because let's
Does
see.
specify
No,
a
Ridire had the crow. Oliver had the oni. Talamh. Talamh, in your dreams, you have a fairly restless night as the stars around you start to shift. And you're looking up at the sky. Come on. Oops, I saw it. Alright, yeah. So you're looking at the sky, and you're actually looking at the moon. And in your dream, you can see the two moons of the world. And as you're looking at them, both of them start to go from bright white to a dull gray, and ultimately to blackness. And that dark black orb, that actually the darkness is contrasted with the bright stars behind them. You see a purple ring form around the moons. And it's at that point that you are hit for 8 piercing damage in your gut. And you wake up to see a little fox. A little fox-like creature perched on your bed with a dagger in your gut. And she says,
Wah pa 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 pow.
I'm gonna give you disadvantage on this fight. I'm gonna do it.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Her response is, well, yeah, I'm throwing off my, trying to end it in a nice epic way, and
I'm sorry.
She says, the Sanguine Saints say hello. And that's where we're going to end it tonight. So,
Olo's gonna like crush this fox with her bare hands and be like, and I say hello back.
thanks for watching, everybody. Catch us next week, hopefully at the same time, and we will see you later. May you roll those nat 20s and avoid those critical fails. Have a good night.
Bye.